Okay, hello everyone, welcome back to a new vlog and to a new week. It is the 2nd of March today. Why is it March? Like, what? Like, honestly, I feel like January lasted I know a lot of people think that like January always lasts like for years. I feel like January just dragged a little bit, but like I feel like that's a bit of an exaggeration. But honestly, I blinked and missed February. Like, I know it's a couple of days shorter than most months, but it just disappeared, and then now it's March apparently. So yeah, it's March. So this week is going to be interesting because if you haven't seen last week's vlog, I suggest you go and watch it before you watch this one, because this is kind of like the second part to that week. If you didn't know, I'm a photography student and we're kind of doing a 3D crossover. I explained it all in last week's vlog, so go and watch that. But yeah, essentially I got an email on Friday from my tutor telling me that actually they'd only told us like 10% of the information, so now I need a load of questions answering. But then of course it was the weekend, so it's Monday morning, it's like 9 AM ish, and I still have no answers. So I don't really know what is going to go down this week, because also my deadline is a week today, so I have an entire week, just that's it, one whole week to do an entire unit, of which I haven't even been able to restart yet because I still have no information. So a little bit stressed. So you know, this week is going to be interesting because my plans will sort of change when I get an answer, basically. But you know, for now I have no answer, so I'm kind of just improvising. For this morning, I think I need to very quickly evaluate my Unit 3, which is also due on Monday, along with Unit 5, 6 and 7. So you know, 5 and 7 are already done. I just need to very quickly finish Unit 3, and then it's Unit 6, which is 3D, that I haven't even started yet, because we weren't told about it until like Friday, which is great. So yeah, I'm going to very quickly finish off Unit 3, and then I've got a tiny bit of research that I can do for Unit 6, and then I'm kind of stuck because I can't do anything else until my tutor replies, so you know, that's great. So for the time being, I'm just going to get on with what little I can do, and then I will check back in when I know what I'm doing, basically, because I have no idea. So I'll see you later. Okay, it's now 11:30 and I still haven't heard anything from my tutor. Well, I mean, that's not technically true. She emailed us back very briefly, just to say, I'll get back to you later, and I'm like, great, that's so useful, because I'm at a point where I literally can't do anything else until she's answered my questions. So, you know, I'm kind of stuck. Like, I do have other things I could do, like not college related. I've got blog posts I could write, I could obviously read. But it's actually like quite nice weather, so I'm gonna go out for a walk in the woods instead. And I'm gonna bring my Polaroid camera, and I also have a disposable camera. Do you remember disposable cameras when you were younger? And then you had to wait like, you had to like use the film, then wait like 2 weeks for them to be developed. Yeah, I have a few of those. I actually quite like them. Although it is frustrating not being able to see the photo. Yeah, but I'm literally just going to go for a walk in the woods with my mum, take some photos, and probably have one of their great bacon rolls, because they actually do really good food in the tiny little cafe there. So, you know, and you never know, the ice cream van might even be there, so, you know. Yeah, so I'm going for a walk in the woods, and I will see you when I actually have some information. Okay, hello, it's Tuesday, and I'm a little bit stressed, as you may be able to tell. It's currently 3:30. I've been out, which you can probably tell by the fact that I'm wearing a coat. Yeah, so I think the last time I updated you was, it was yesterday, and I was going out for a walk because my tutor hadn't replied. Well, she still didn't reply until this morning, in which she answered one of my questions. which was the most important question, to be honest, but then I still needed other questions answered, so I went in to ask her those, but then, as per usual, a whole load of other things went wrong. The reason I'm a bit of a mess, by the way, is, well, just because I'm really anxious and stressed, and usually I would kind of wait for my wait to calm down a bit first, because then I'm more cohesive, but that's, like, I don't know, the whole point of this channel was kind of to show it how it is, so I thought I would film now. So I apologise if what I say doesn't make any sense. But yeah, essentially I went in to ask her questions, but then it took us ages to get there. It took us like an hour, because usually I have to travel to get to my college, it's not in my hometown. But then we had to park in a different car park because our one was full, so then we had to walk, and so then we didn't have as much time to sit in Starbucks, and then it was lunchtime, so it was really loud, and there were screaming children, and for some reason there was a lot of like security people around, so I don't know if there'd been an incident or something, but they all had those, you know, those stupid walkie-talkies that they just talk the conversation into so everyone else can hear. And I really hate them because they're too loud. And also, like, I don't know how people know what they're saying. All it sounds like to me, but apparently other people can understand walkie-talkies. So yeah, it was just very loud, and I was already feeling very stressed because, you know, like, everything's due in less than a week, and they still didn't know half of what I was meant to be doing. So, you know, my mum was gonna come with me, but then we started walking around and we realised there'd been a fire drill. I don't think it was actually a drill, I think it was like the fire alarm went off. There was no fire, it was just, it went off for some reason, so I don't know if someone pulled it or if something triggered it or if they burnt toast or something. That happened at my primary school actually. A teacher burnt toast in the staff room and it set off the fire alarm. But yeah, I don't know, so it went off, so that was obviously very stressful. I was like, great, I really don't want to be here if there's a fire. And then of course everyone had to slowly file back in, which was very slow, and so then it was very crowded, so then we had to turn around and wait. Yeah, and then, you know, I mean, I asked my questions, I printed the things I needed to print, because I needed to print a few things on acetate, which I will show you all of that later or tomorrow when I'm a little more chill and can form sentences. Yeah, but essentially I've just had a very stressful last few hours. It was too loud, and you know, other people my age are also very loud, and they like to throw things across rooms and play loud horrible music on speakerphone. So, you know, and they also like to run around, which is very stressful, and I'm like, wow, what are you, 9? So, you know, I don't like other people my age generally. So yeah, I've just had a stressful afternoon, basically. I really didn't do anything this morning apart from glued a few lolly sticks together, but I was going to film it, but it takes like 5 minutes for each thing to dry, and my camera only records for like 7 minutes at a time, so the entire time lapse would have been literally me just holding 2 lollipop sticks together for like 5 minutes. So I'm like, that's not very fun time lapse, so I didn't bother. Yeah, but that's kind of all I have to say. I'm very stressed, and I kind of just wanted to show that I am very stressed, I guess, because that's kind of the point of the channel. I don't really know where I'm going with this because I'm very stressed, and can't really think, so I'm probably just gonna go now, and I'm gonna turn the lights off, and I'm gonna hide for a bit, and then I'll make a plan and I will get back to you later or possibly tomorrow. So I don't know, I'll see you later. Hello and welcome to my offensively bright kitchen. I'm going to be burning stuff today. Yeah, basically I've got some acetate with printed photos on and I'm going to burn holes in it for art. So let's go do some burning.
Regardless, it was fun.
Yeah. Oh, so now I'll break these.
Yes,
like
it will
that.
be. It's okay, it makes them 3D.
Yeah. Okay, it's now Thursday. I'm not in the best mood. Yeah, I'm just not in the best mood today. Don't know why, really. I'm just kind of tired, I guess. But I mean, if you watched last week's vlog, then you know that I've got a lot to do in a very short space of time, basically. My deadline is in 5 days, so I have 4 days, including today, to do quite a lot of stuff. I've got 4 evaluations to write. I need to go into college tomorrow to drop off all of my 3D creations, which I will show you in a minute. And then I have to do a wiggle GIF. I really don't see the point because the whole topic is called 3D, which I still think is a really vague title. And so 3D is kind of, when you're talking about photography, you're talking about like literally just applying a photo to something 3D. So sort of like this, for example. So you can see it's obviously not flat, which therefore makes it 3D. This was literally just a frame made out of lollipops and then I stuck a photo on top of it and it counts. So yeah, but then there's also the side of 3D that you have to like, you know, like a 3D film, except we have to make like a 3D photo. But I think it's really lame and I don't really get the point because I'm like, have you ever seen a 3D photo? Because I don't think I've ever seen a 3D photo. I think I've seen like maybe 2 3D films in my time, and those are only like, you know, when you go to like Cadbury's World and things and they have the little like, oh, how it's made bit, and sometimes it's in 3D. Yeah, that's kind of like the only place I've ever seen a 3D film, and they're like 5 minutes long. So, you know, I think I also technically saw one when I went to Orlando in Florida. I went to, not Disney, you know, the Harry Potter one, Universal, that's the one. And there was like a Shrek thing that my sister wanted to see and I hated it because there were spiders. So, you know, I didn't enjoy that. So I don't know, like, I just think 3D is kind of lame, if I'm being honest. So I don't really get the point. And I do not know what the point of a wiggle GIF is, because you essentially take like about 3 or 4 photos of you like moving and then you put them together and you loop it, so then you like wiggle, you know. But I think this is really lame, and why would you do that? And also, like, that's a video, right? But the instructions say to like put it together and like change the Photoshop mode and everything, and I'm like, why don't you just put the photos in Premiere Pro and then loop the video? But I don't know, I don't get it. So I may or may not end up doing that, or I might just decide it's really lame and just not do it. But basically I've just got a lot to do and I'm tired. I did burn some stuff yesterday, which I did film, which was very fun. It didn't take nearly as long as I thought it was going to. But yeah, they're really cool. I will insert some photos now of some of my 3D creations. Some of them I like more than others. I do really like the burnt acetate that you saw me doing yesterday. I do quite like the lollipop sculpture that I just showed you. And I also have like some boards that I stuck photos on and then nailed nails into, and then did string art. I quite like those as well, but the others are a little bit lame. But it ticks a box, and you know, I'm gonna go dump them at the college and I'll never have to see them again. In other news though, and much more exciting news, I got some book mail. So if you watch my channel or have read any of my blog posts, and you probably know I'm a big fan of Cassandra Clare. And Chain of Gold, which was released 2 days ago. It was meant to be delivered yesterday, except they were late and then we were out when they delivered. So my mum went and picked them up this morning. So I actually have 2 copies. So I actually have the collector's first edition. I didn't know it was going to be the first edition. I just ordered like the normal hardback off of Waterstone's website, but it happens to be a first edition, which I'm very happy about. I like that a lot of Cassandra Clare's hardbacks, they're not like, they don't have dust jackets. The cover is just printed onto, like, you know, the hardcover, which I much prefer because I don't like dust jackets. I think they're annoying, and then like I always have to take them off to put them in my bag when I take them places, because otherwise they get ripped, and then like I don't like that the cover's not the same underneath, and I don't know, I like this kind of style better personally. I then also have the Waterstones exclusive collector's edition, obviously, because I have no self-control and I obviously need like 7 copies of one book. I have like 30 plus copies of Harry Potter and I'm not ashamed of it. So yes, I now have 2 copies and I'm very excited about it. It does now mean I have to completely rework all of my shelves though, because these aren't going to fit as my shelves are currently. So I need to do that. Also, they're just kind of a mess in general. But I don't know if I'll end up doing that today. So also, I kind of just like having them on my desk, because then I look over and I'm like, oh, that's cool. I also got a letter from Charlie yesterday, which made me very happy, because I was waiting for my books. And I saw the mailman and I was like, oh yeah, mailman, but then he didn't have my books and I was really disappointed. He just had a bank statement for me and I was like, oh. Then I picked up the bank statement and underneath was Charlie's letter and I was like, yes. So you know, I didn't get my books yesterday, I had to wait till today, but at least I got Charlie's letter, so you know, I need to reply to his letter, which I may or may not end up doing today. I don't know when I'll be able to post it either, because the weather's terrible at the moment here. Which is also really annoying, because then like I can't just go for a walk and stuff because it's always raining. But you know, I live in England, so I don't really know what I expected. So I don't really know what my plan of action is today. Yeah, I have no idea what I'm doing. I think I'm going to sit here and try and write at least one evaluation, because I would like to kind of just get them done so I can move on to final major project. And I have like other personal projects I really want to work on, but then like college keeps coming up. But you know, so I'm just going to see how far I get, basically. I also need to decide what book to read next, because I actually finished a book yesterday, which I will go and get for you. So I finished reading How to Be Autistic by Charlotte Amelia Poe yesterday. I really enjoyed it. I'm autistic, if you didn't know. And I don't know, like I'm not quite ready to talk about it yet, because it really hit home, basically. And I shared a lot of her shitty experiences in high school. I've never said high school in my life, what am I talking about? Secondary school. And just like, you know, how people treat you in the education system when you're not normal. So yeah, I don't know, it was very emotional, and I kind of wanted to cry but also wanted to burn the world down, if you know what I mean. So not quite ready to talk about it. I'm sure I'll talk about it more in my March wrap up at the end of the month, obviously, on my book blog. So if you want to hear more about what I think, then you can go and subscribe to my book blog, which I'll leave down below. Yeah, so I finished that yesterday. Don't know what I'm going to read next. I'm actually doing a buddy read with Charlie. We're doing it for our blogs. We've got like a blog collaboration going on. But that blog post actually isn't going to go up until the end of May, because we're doing one like every other month. So like there's no rush to read it, but I don't know, yeah. I've got a book that I need to read for that. I'm not going to tell you what it is yet, just because I feel like being a bit mysterious. So I may read that next, I may not, but if I don't read that next, I have no idea what I'm going to read next. Yeah, so I don't know. I'm really just rambling now, so I'm just going to get on with something and see where the day takes me, I guess. Hello, so it's Friday. I do not remember the last thing I told you. I know it was yesterday, but that's it. But where I am now is essentially, well, I'm at home. That's where I am. But it's 1:45. I'm about to head out to college very quickly so I can drop off all of my many 3D pieces, including some of these. There's like stuff inside here. I got a whole bag behind me as well. Yeah, so I'm just going to go and drop them all off because I don't want all this trash in my room, essentially. And also they want to see them. So yeah, I'm just going to go do that really quickly. I'm literally not bringing anything other than like my phone and the pieces because I'm not staying. I have now finished Unit 6, which is great. So I've now finished all of my units apart from Final Major Project, which starts next week. And I think, like, literally this morning I've just been playing Sims, which is because I've basically been working really hard for like a whole month now and I just need a break. So the rest of today and probably all weekend is just going to be spent doing as much nothing as I can possibly do. I'm going to start reading another book today at some point, but I don't know what yet, so I will update you on that when I know what I'm doing. And yeah, I'm just going to go to college and I will talk to you a bit later. Okay, so it's now 10 to 7 and I'm safely back home in my pyjamas. Yeah, so I dropped off my 3D stuff at college. I actually forgot my ID badge because I was like, oh, I'm just going in for like 5 minutes, so I didn't think to pick it up because it was in my other badge, so I was going to get a temporary one. And the temporary ones are like bright orange, which is like so offensive. But then my normal one's green, which is like no better because guess what my two least favourite colours are? Orange and green. With dropping everything off at college, that does now mean that Unit 6 is over and actually Unit 3, 5, 6 and 7 are all officially done now. The actual final due date is Monday, but I'm done. So I now only have Final Major Project to do, which will run all the way up until the middle of May. And then I don't break up until the middle of June. So I have like a month at the end, which I think is just like to like fill in the gaps, you know? So like if there's anything like you missed earlier in the year, then you can do it then. I haven't missed anything though, so essentially I break up in the middle of May, which is ridiculous because I like broke up in the middle of June last year because that was when I finished my GCSEs, whereas usually most schools don't break up to the middle of July. So I'm actually breaking up like 2 whole months earlier than I would usually. So I'm going to have like, because I actually don't think I go back till October. Because like the first years go back like end of September. I think I went back on like the 23rd-ish of September. But obviously next year I won't be a first year, I'll be a second year. So then the first years get like a week to themselves and then everyone else comes back. So I don't think I'll go back to like the beginning of October. So I have June, July, August, September, like 4.5 months on summer holiday, which is ridiculous. Like, I'm not particularly complaining, but it's still like, it's a lot of time, you know? So I haven't really done like a huge amount today in terms of like anything else other than like I dropped my stuff off at college. So this, as I said, I literally did just play Sims this morning because I've been working really hard the last month and I was like, you know what, I need a goddamn fucking break. So that's what I did. I just played Sims. And then this afternoon, like we actually stopped at the garage to pick up my new Fitbit, which I will talk about in next week's vlog because this one's getting a bit long now, I think. But yeah, so like I don't know if they have it in other countries, but like there's like Amazon lockers. So we knew, because you know how like you wait for a parcel and then you're like, oh, I'm not waiting for it anymore, and then as soon as you go out it always comes. Yeah, well, we're just sick of it. So we just get them delivered to the Amazon locker and then we pick them up when we want to. Anyway, that's irrelevant. But yeah, like I did a few little things out and about, like got my mum a birthday card and things. Because March is very busy for me. Yeah, March is like really busy for me. It's Mother's Day on the 22nd of March. It's then my mum's birthday on the 23rd of March. It's my mum and dad's anniversary on the 25th of March. So, you know, and then also next weekend is the photography show, which I'm going to all 4 days. So Saturday, Sunday, Monday and Tuesday will be very full on spent at the photography show with lots of people, which is going to be very stressful. I am going to vlog that as a separate vlog, so there probably won't be a weekly vlog. There'll be a weekly vlog next week, but then there won't be a weekly vlog the week after. It'll be the photography show vlog instead, because I kind of wanted to make a whole dedicated thing to that, since that's like a big thing for me. Exciting thing is that I am going to the student day this year, because I'm a student now, which is cool. So yeah, that's kind of like an overview of what I did today, and also like kind of a vague overview of what is coming in the next few weeks. I don't remember if I told you, but I finished reading How to Be Autistic by Charlotte Amelia Poe. Yes, I absolutely did tell you that. I remember that now. But yeah, I finished reading that. I have not yet decided what I'm reading next. I actually have a pile of books on the floor that I'm deciding between, so let me show you. So I'm doing a buddy read with my friend Charlie for our blog. That post isn't going up till like the end of May, but I kind of wanted to give myself plenty of time to procrastinate writing the blog post. So that book is A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, which I have not started yet, but I'm thinking of starting in the next few weeks at least, so I have time to procrastinate basically. I also have 3 other books here. Feminist Fight Club by Jessica Bennett, Calm the Fuck Down by Sarah Knight, and Fuck No by Sarah Knight. I really like Sarah Knight. I've got all of her other books as well. So yeah, when I saw there were 2 others, I was like, yes, I need them right now. I've had this one for like 3 years or something. Never got around to reading it, so I was like, maybe I'll read it. So yeah, I don't know really which one I'm going to start with. I'm kind of in a non-fiction mood, because like when I finished reading Return of the King, I was like, because like I kind of didn't want to start a contemporary, which is why I kind of like haven't started A Good Girl's Guide to Murder yet. But then, you know, I already was halfway through How to Be Autistic, so I just kept reading that. But now I'm like, not really in a contemporary mood, but like also like I don't have enough time between now and May to read like a full-on fantasy series, so I don't know what I'm gonna read. So I think I probably will read. I'll probably read Feminist Fight Club, to be honest, and then I'll move on to Sarah Knight's books, like alongside A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, because I don't know, sometimes I like to read like a non-fiction and a fiction at the same time, sometimes I don't. It just depends what mood I'm in. So we'll see. But I will talk about that in next week's vlog more, when I've decided what to read. Yeah, so this week has still been quite busy and quite stressful, because I've had a lot of work to do, but it's all done now. Final major project starts next week. I'm on independent study next week, so I'm not at college. I can sit in my pyjamas all week, which is great. I will be talking about final major project in next week's vlog if you care. I also have I have quite a lot of ideas around videos that I can do, because I'm doing final major project now. It gives me a lot more creative freedom basically, which means I can then work my other creative projects into it, if that makes sense. So yeah, I have quite a few other videos going up over the next month or so, and they will have accompanying blog posts as well, so I'll leave a link to my blogs down below. Yeah, I kind of think that's it. I feel like this is getting quite long now, so I'm going to wrap it up. But yeah, I will update you on everything else in next week's vlog. I'm just going to chill over the weekend and do nothing, recuperate after my rather stressful month, and then I'll just, you know, go kicking into my final major project. So yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Yeah, I just hope you enjoyed the video. Like it if you did. Yeah, subscribe if you want to see more. I do have lots of new video plans, and hopefully there will be loads more videos in the summer. And yeah, subscribe if you want to see more, and I will see you in next week's video.